Good morning, and thank you all for your patience, and thank you for joining us today. And happy 4th of July weekend to you all. We've had an incredibly busy past few weeks here in the mayor's office, but I'm happy to take the time today to talk directly to the people of the city of St. Louis about my administration's efforts to improve our city and put St. Louis back on the map. You know what made me proud this week? Seeing all of our city come together last weekend to support and celebrate our incredible U.S. Olympic gymnasts. The U.S. Olympics held their gymnastics trials in St. Louis this year, and our city showed up and showed out. It was an honor to host our incredible young athletes as they competed for a chance to join the U.S. Olympics team in Tokyo. I don't know about you, but I felt so proud seeing superstar Simone Biles visiting the Gateway Arch and enjoying some Emo's Pizza. Congratulations to all of the talented young athletes and best of luck in Tokyo. Now let's get down to business. 4th of July. First, I'd like to remind everyone that the city of St. Louis will be closed Monday, July 5th in recognition of Independence Day weekend. As you celebrate this weekend, remember that setting off fireworks in the city is illegal and dangerous. Please be considerate of our hardworking firefighters and EMTs, as well as your neighbors, especially those who may have PTSD. I encourage you to pack up a picnic basket, bring a blanket or lawn chair, and go see a professional fireworks display, as there are many happening throughout the weekend in this region. And now I'd like to give an update on the continuing COVID-19 crisis. You may have seen the news of a health advisory from St. Louis City and County ahead of the holiday weekend. As I've said before, we can see an end to the pandemic on the horizon, but we can only end it together by making sure we all get vaccinated to stop the spread and protect each other. On Monday, I joined the St. Louis Fire Department in mourning firefighter Rodney Hurd, who died in the line of duty from COVID-19. Rodney was a father, a grandfather, dedicated public servant, and a man of God, and we are all praying for him and his family. So many St. Louisans, myself included, have lost loved ones to COVID-19, and we must take steps to protect our communities. St. Louis's vaccination rate continues to rise. Our vaccination rate is around the mid-30s, and more than 40% of St. Louisans have initiated vaccination, but we still have more urgent work to do around getting people vaccinated. Our Department of Health is working hard to get people vaccinated and protected from COVID-19. Last week, nearly 500 people got vaccinated at Ballpark Village and received Cardinals tickets through the Vaccinate at the Plate program. The Department of Health announced our city's participation in the National Shots at the Shop program, which offers grants to Black-owned barbershops and beauty salons to become vaccination hubs in their communities. If you are looking to get vaccinated and need some help on next steps, visit vaccines.gov to find a vaccine site near you. If you're a Black business owner looking to connect to the Shots at the Shop program, say that 5 times fast, call the Department of Health hotline at 314-657-1498. The need to get vaccinated has never been more urgent. As I am sure you've seen on the news, Missouri has led the country in new COVID-19 infections over the past few weeks and is currently number 2 in the country for new infections per capita. That's partly due to the emergence of the Delta variant, a mutant strain of COVID-19 that is more infectious, more dangerous, and more likely to send someone to the hospital. Since May and June in St. Louis, 80% of new cases have been in the Black community. Let me repeat that. Since May and June, 80% of new cases have been in the Black community. But we can still protect ourselves and each other. Getting vaccinated is still the best way to protect yourself from COVID-19 and this deadly new strain. If you know family and friends who have not yet gotten vaccinated, talk to them about doing so. Yesterday, St. Louis City and County released a joint health advisory recommending we continue to take the same precautions we have for the past year and a half, maintaining physical distance, wearing masks, avoiding large crowds and gatherings inside, and to slow the spread of the Delta variant to keep our communities safe. Our regional health departments are recommending that we wear a mask or other face covering while indoors, even if you're vaccinated. Protect your children, especially those under 12 who have not been able to get the vaccine yet. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, a cough, runny nose, sore throat, get tested right away. And if you feel sick, stay home. Doing so will protect your family and our communities. Now, let's talk about my $80 million direct relief package. The COVID-19 crisis has left families across St. Louis struggling, and I'm here to tell you, help is on the way. Thousands of evictions are pending in our city, and residents are worried about their safety heading into the summer months. As we just discussed, we're seeing an urgent need to increase vaccination programs as the Delta variant takes hold in our state. An extensive public input process has illustrated the urgency in getting these resources to our communities across the city. That's why this week we passed our $80 million direct relief proposal through the Board of Estimate and Apportionment. From the beginning, St. Louisans have made clear that we need to move quickly to get them relief. More than 2,500 of you submitted comments on where you want to see this money spent. We're ready to put politics aside to get vaccines in arms, keep people safe in their homes, and make sure our young people are safe and engaged this summer. My proposal includes millions of dollars in housing and utility assistance, community violence intervention programs, services to help small businesses connect to federal aid, mobile vaccination clinics, direct relief to get money in the pockets of families who need it, and more. It's a public health plan, it's an economic relief plan, and it's a public safety plan that will help us address the violence afflicting our neighborhoods. In fact, President Joe Biden urged cities across the country to follow our lead by using the American Rescue Plan funds to invest in community violence intervention efforts, which have been proven to reduce violence by as much as 60%. My administration is moving as quickly as possible to protect St. Louis families. This week, we also passed $200,000 in emergency funding to continue housing assistance programs, as well as a $200,000 emergency contract for vaccination canvases to get more people vaccinated. We don't have time to waste. I am working my hardest to get relief to you and your family, and my administration remains ready to work with the Board of Aldermen to pass this urgent direct relief package for St. Louisans as soon as possible. Next, let's talk about the Workhouse. When I took office, I made the closure of the medium security institution, commonly known as the Workhouse, a top priority for my administration. Throughout this process, the health and safety of detainees and staff has remained paramount. The CJC is now adequately staffed, and repairs, including the windows along Tucker, as well as the cell doors and locks, are ongoing and will continue. As of yesterday, the budget for the Workhouse has been zeroed out and the facility stands empty. The new city budget supports some of my priorities, including funding of the Division of Supportive Reentry to reduce rates of recidivism, expanding the capacity of the Civilian Oversight Board to also oversee corrections, as well as investing in community visioning planning to repurpose the Workhouse, as well as the old St. Louis Police Department headquarters and the municipal courts buildings. But let's be clear, there's still more work to be done on this issue, and just one portion of our plan to reimagine public safety in the city of St. Louis. My vision all along has been a three-pronged approach. First, closing the Workhouse, which as of today has stood empty for 2 weeks. Second, working with the U.S. and circuit attorneys as well as judges to get people their court dates faster, especially in the face of a COVID-19 backlog. And third, we want to limit the contact people have in our incarceration system in the first place. That's why we're focused on stabilizing our communities with my $80 million American Rescue Plan Act proposal to prime them with opportunities for equitable growth and investment down the road. I also want to talk about some good news regarding the federal child tax credit. If you're taking care of children like me, I have some good news. You're probably about to see more money in your bank account. That's because President Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan includes an expansion of the child tax credit program. If you make less than $150,000, you are on track to receive between $3,000 and $3,600 annually per child to help support your family. This is the largest tax credit ever and is a huge help to all working families trying to put food on the table, make rent, and pay the bills. For the first time, people will receive the child tax credit in monthly payments. For children 6 to 17 years old, families will get $250 each per month. And for every child under 6 years old, families will get $300 each month. For those who get their refunds from the IRS through direct deposit, will get these payments in their bank account on the 15th of every month until the end of 2021. If you don't have direct deposit, don't worry, the IRS does not have your bank account information on file. You will likely receive your payment by mail around the same time. Usually, these benefits only kick in once a year, and most families don't need to do anything to start receiving these payments on July 15th. However, in order to receive these benefits, you need to have filed your 2019 or 2020 taxes, or you need to have signed up to receive stimulus benefits from the IRS. If you didn't make enough to be required to file taxes in 2020 or 2019, you can still get the benefits. Visit www.whitehouse.gov/child-tax-credit to see your options. Financial empowerment is an issue near and dear to my heart. And if you need help filing your taxes, there are many opportunities to still get free assistance in the coming week. Our office is partnering with Treasurer Adam Lane, St. Louis Public Schools, and service providers like the United Way to get the word out about these free workshops. Metropolitan Community Tax Coalition assistance events are scheduled from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Friday, July 9th at the Omega Center, 3900 Goodfellow, from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, July 10th at the Bell Fountain Neighbors Recreation Center, 9669 Bell Fountain Boulevard. An IRS tax preparation event is scheduled for 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, July 10th at the Robert A. Young Federal Building at 2222 Spruce Street. If you have any questions regarding tax preparation assistance, call 211 for more resources. Again, most families will begin to receive these automatic payments starting on July 15th. But make sure you have all of your taxes and information in order so you don't miss out on this historic opportunity. City hiring. I want to remind you that the City of St. Louis is hiring and that the pay and benefits are competitive. Every job with the City of St. Louis offers great benefits and pays at least $15 an hour, with more based on experience and skills. Positions like lifeguards are open to anyone 16 and older, and you do not need to be a resident of the city to apply. We've already seen a spike in applications over the last few weeks, so don't miss out. Apply today and get the process going. To see a list of available jobs, please visit www.stlouis-mo.gov/jobs. Now, I'd like to open it up for questions.
All right, Madam Mayor, we'll start with, have there been any new additions recently to the administration?
Have there been any additions recently? In the last couple of weeks, no. Since the last time we've talked, I don't think Grace Kyung has come to the administration. She's a special projects manager in the administration. And we have a couple of people coming next week. Sarah Baker, who's going to be our Deputy Chief of Staff, and Angela Pearson, who's also going to be a Special Projects Manager.
Great. In regards to the mask recommendation, Why is it a recommendation and not a mandate?
Well, we are following CDC guidelines, and the CDC has issued a recommendation or an advisory. And so we are following CDC guidelines and issuing an advisory as well.
Can you give us your thoughts on the redistricting process for the wards that is coming down the line?
We haven't seen anything regarding redistricting yet. And that process has to start with the board. The only thing that I would hope that they do is make sure that that process is transparent and includes community input.
Can you talk more about the decision to recommend vaccinated people wearing masks indoors? Like what studies or data was behind that decision?
Again, we're following the CDC guidelines to make sure that the CDC says that vaccinated people should wear masks indoors and assume that everyone is not vaccinated. We have to stay vigilant and make sure that we're protecting ourselves and protecting our loved ones.
Do you have any concerns about the Delta variant because unvaccinated people may not also wear masks? And how can we address that?
I have huge concerns about the Delta variant. It is spreading throughout, is starting to spread throughout Missouri, and unvaccinated people are the most at risk. If you are unvaccinated, I would advise you to look up a vaccine site on vaccines.gov and get vaccinated for yourself and anyone that's eligible in your family or your friend circle, because that is the number one way to protect yourself against the variant, against getting very sick. Even if you have been vaccinated, it still is no guarantee that you will not get COVID, but it is a better guarantee that you will not die from COVID.
Thank you. And so can you, if people want to send their thoughts or recommendations to the city on pretty much any issue, what is the best place for them to contact us?
They can go to the mayor's page at stlewis-mo.gov, and there's a page for you to submit your input.
Okay. And that's actually all the questions we have.
Well, thank you all for joining today and for your questions. I wish you a happy 4th of July weekend. Get vaccinated, mask up, and be safe. And last but not least, don't play with fireworks. Thank you and God bless.